So I just want to address an issue that is connected to the legal situation in Thailand. This is directly connected to the political situation. I think that needs to be understood. Before I continue, I must make a brief disclaimer. My mastery of Thai pronunciation is not great, so if I mispronounce any names in this video, I do apologize. But hopefully that won't detract from the main point of the video, which is human rights and freedom of expression. And also the rule of law and how law could potentially be used as a political weapon. Well, it is being used as a political weapon, actually. I've made previous videos on the situation in Thailand. This is a subject that I'm very I have strong views on because I think it's outrageous. If you're not familiar with this, Thailand has a penal code, Article 112, also known as the Lese Majeste laws, and it basically makes any perceived insult to majesty a punishable crime. Now, Thailand is notorious for enacting these laws in a very, very harsh way. There are absolute monarchies in the world, like Saudi Arabia, Morocco, and a few other examples, where there are, of course, severe limits on free expression. What makes Thailand somewhat unique is that it's supposedly a constitutional monarchy and it's supposedly a democracy. The truth of the matter is, this is a country that's very, very fragile. It's had something like 32 coups since 1932. So that's just a bit of the backdrop. These laws are extremely harsh. There have been senior citizens sent to prison simply for having text messages on their phone to perceive to insult the monarchy. Nowhere else in the world can I think of where there is such severe penalties for perceived insult to monarchy. Um, Not on this sort of scale, not where people are sent for 15 years in jail. But it isn't just the sentencing, there is also a very real atmosphere of intimidation in Thailand. Extremist royalists, and I'm saying this from a point of view of personal experience. I've had first hand experience of them. Will violently threaten anyone who they perceive to be questioning the monarchy in any way. Now, supposedly, these laws are supposed to guarantee Thailand's stability. I think the reason this is really escalating in recent years is partly because of questions about the succession. King Bhumipol is now well into his 80s and he's not well. So when he passes, there will be serious succession questions. Anyway, that's the background. Now, what has happened is a British journalist, Andrew McGregor Marshall, he's well known among Thai reformists and Thai critics of the monarchy for his very brave, in my opinion, journalism exposing the incredible human rights abuses that are going on in Thailand in relation to Lese Majeste and the position of the monarchy. Far from being detached from the political situation, the monarchy is very, very central to it. Anyway, he had supposedly shared a message or a photograph of Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn. Again, this is where my pronunciation may be wrong, but it was somewhat of an unflattering picture at a German airport. Now, whatever you think of that, this is where the story gets disturbing. Um, he was doing his work as a journalist. Whether he violated Les Majestés or not is, I don't think he did, because actually he's not based in Thailand at the moment, so he hasn't broken Thai laws by doing this. He was simply passing on a report that was in another newspaper, the German newspaper Bild. Now, granted, Bild is a tabloid; it's not the world's most reputable newspaper, but that really isn't the point here. This is where it's disturbing. In Bangkok, the police arrested his wife, Nopawan Ploy Bunleslip, and his young son, and held them for a period and confiscated some items from their home. Now, this is a very important point. He has always really maintained, I've followed some of Andrew McGregor Marshall's work, and he has always been very, very insistent that his work is independent from his family. So his wife has never ever been involved in the sort of work he does. And it looks like he sent out the message that from his point of view the police have behaved professionally. Um, like a lot of situations like this, I don't think they're just doing their job. They have to act on whatever the law is. I think it's an absurd and barbaric law, but that's they're doing the job. The real problem here is a political situation that is creating this atmosphere of fear and intimidation. Clearly, there is now a situation in Thailand whereby even family members who happen to be foreign citizens, in this case a British citizen, if they say anything, then they will find their Thai families harassed. This is an intolerable situation. The good news in this case is that she's released, and at present it looks like there isn't going to be any more action. But I can understand Mr. Marshall being concerned about this. You know, if I had a Thai wife or a Thai friend and they were in the country, I would be very worried about the situation because I've made outspoken videos as well. I'm not a journalist. I'm nowhere near as brave as Andrew McGregor Marshall is in terms of the work that he has done. But it's an absolutely disgraceful situation that they would have been targeted simply because of the work he does. If they have any Lese Majeste case against Andrew McGregor Marshall, that's one thing, and they've no case anyway because, you know, he shared this photo outside Thailand. As I understand, he's based in Hong Kong now. He's not in Thailand. And that's the same disclaimer I made on my videos that I make videos about the situation. I am not in Thailand when I'm doing that. So it's disgraceful the way this junta is bullying anyone who has a different viewpoint. I think the law should be abolished completely. It's 2016. It's outrageous that people could be jailed for up to 15 years for having an opinion on monarchy. That is outrageous. And in my opinion, there should be, for example, my country at the very least should be examining our trade deals with Thailand to put pressure on the junta to reform. And it's unlikely that it will. This is a thuggish regime who employ harassment techniques. They get fanatical royalists to harass Thai citizens in other countries. It's happened here in the UK. It's a disgraceful situation. Now, if you are a Thai national and you disagree with what I'm saying and you're a hardcore royalist, I would simply say, how can you claim to be pro democracy if you support a law that shackles basic freedom of expression? You know, the people who are being arrested are not advocating violence against the monarchy. They're not terrorists. They're not gangmasters. They're not rapists. They're simply expressing an opinion. And this incredible supersensitivity is frankly disturbing. Land of Smiles, more like the land of fear. That's the perception that comes out. And this is in no way an anti Thailand video. I have seen some of the best nature in Thai nationals who do see the truth and they do see that this is an unjust law. But this is just yet another example. So I am pleased that for now his wife has been released and they should return the confiscated items because she has no connection whatsoever to the work that he does. Um, and the work that he does, incidentally, is not about overthrowing the monarchy. It is about talking about unjust laws and how these laws are being politicized. I followed his work, and yeah, that's the situation we have. So, if you are a Thai reformist, if you agree with what I'm saying, feel free to share this video. Um, Quick disclaimer: if the Thai Royal Police happen to be watching this, I am making this video in the United Kingdom. I am not breaking your laws. I am speaking out for a fellow British citizen and a situation that I believe is unjust. But I am speaking in the United Kingdom. I am not breaking your laws and I am not advocating any threat to the monarchy. So that's that.